Hello, happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to day 5 of the Adobe XD Creative Challenge. Did you guys see my little slip up earlier where I accidentally showed myself for half a second? Sometimes Friday comes and you're just not as on top of things as you typically are. Today is Pajama Jammin' Friday. I do it every Friday where I wear my pajamas. To be honest, I wear my pajamas most days when I'm not live streaming. But if you guys are wearing your pajamas, say a what in the chat. And I also decided to wear my little mushroom looking hat too. Why not? It's Friday. Have some fun. For Pajama Jammin' Friday, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask a question, and until someone responds, I'm going to do a little jam, a little dance, okay? Wade, is that most days for you too? Especially, we're working remote. Why not be comfortable? I'm Elizé. I'm your host. I'm an Adobe XD instructor, and I create fun and educational content on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, everything. And my whole goal is to make design education a good time and to make it super easy to understand. So let's get into things today. What says Unicorn? Hi, Laura. Hey, Wade. And Afrif. I hope I'm saying that right. Hi, good to see you guys. Hi, Chris and Lauren. So good to see you. All right, so let's get into some things. I'm going to show you the landing page for Behance. So let's see what we're working on today. If you guys have not signed up for the challenge, from this link here, the behance.net/challenge/XD, you will be able to enroll with the big blue button. From here, you're going to get a new day. Each day, you're going to get a new challenge. Here we are on today's challenge, which is the landing page. And we're going to talk about using repeat grid and video playback to make a really high converting landing page. Where you can download the design file I'm working on that I'm showing you today is over here, getting started. And then once you've done that, you want to join the community chat. That is the Discord channel. And in Discord, this is where you're able to upload your projects and get feedback from other people in the community. And that's going to be in the challenge channel over here on the left-hand side. And you also, another big channel to look at is the tips and tricks, where I put my presentation in every day. Alrighty. Let's get into some of the designs you've been creating. I'm not gonna lie, I just saw this come up from Lauren, and hello, happy Christmas. This just made me super happy to see. We used the Lottie animations to create engaging onboarding experiences yesterday, and this is so cute and so happy. You did such a great job, and I can tell that this was something you were excited to create. Let's see what Annie Yang put up here today. Ooh, nice. Beautiful illustration choices, or Lottie choices. Let's look at this in action. Oh, nice. Oh, I like this little indication over here. Oh, look at all that movement. Look at all those animations. Great work. Loving it. Love it. Let's take a look at another one here from Abernil. Oh, I like the robots and the galaxy feel. Oh, okay. Yes. Feels good. What do you guys think? How are you feeling about these projects? How are you feeling about doing the onboarding? And while I wait for you to respond, I'm going to do my little jam, because it's Pajama Jammin' Friday. Pajama Jammin' Friday. Lauren, I'm so glad that you created it, and thanks for sharing it with the community. All right, let's get into the Adobe XD link here. So this is the design file that you guys will be able to download. This is the one that I've created. You, of course, are going to be doing your own version of this, which is creating a high converting landing page, which we are going to break down in just a second. This is some inspiration that you can use. Here are some resources that you can check out. But I want to first talk a little bit about landing pages and what they are and what they're meant to be used for. So or a landing page, what it is, it's very unlike a regular web page, although it looks kind of like one. A regular web page like this, for example, has many goals and they encourages exploration. Check out all these different links. Check out this about us. Check out this, right? But a landing page is designed with a single focus or goal. Okay, we have one goal that we want that user to achieve, right? One action we want them to take. And that's typically called our call to action, or CTA for short. Okay, we're going to talk about 3 best practices. Number 1 is you want to show your product or service in action on your landing pages. And you can do this with photographs, step-by-step animations, demo videos, and visuals. So we're going to talk about video and how that's super impactful. Best practice number 2, you want to include authentic social proof. You want to show that other people are loving it, right? They have testimonials. Maybe there's a video of them talking about how much they love it, but not just having a picture. Can you put something that feels more human, more real, like their name, a date of purchase, or images, right? And then finally, best practice number 3 is we want to include our call to action above the fold. And if you're wondering what is above the fold, basically it's all of the content before the user starts scrolling. So everything right above at the top of the screen. And we want to have that headline, a really catchy headline, or our unique sales proposition. What makes our product unique? Why would they want to click on the button? Plus, of course, the call to action button. Y'all ready to see this in action with the design? So this is the design I created. This is for a dog matching experience. And I created this video to have in the background that just automatically plays, gets someone connected, like, oh, I wish I had a dog, right? Pulls on their heartstrings. I also put what this is about so they get to get matched with a dog that fits their lifestyle. And I wanted to have the background image connect to that. Plus the call to action above the fold. Now let's go below the fold. Here we have how does it work so people can get a better understanding of this experience. We have another video where they can learn a little bit more about the process. I also included another little tidbit that might connect with that end customer. They're gonna see, oh wow, look at all these dogs I could be matched with. I wanna do this today. So another way to entice them to take that action. And then here I have my testimonials, some images with their dogs, their full name, the type of dog that they have, making it more realistic, more connective. And then frequently asked questions as well included. So they feel like, okay, I'm totally ready to take that quiz. I'm ready to go. All right, Dan, are you having a lot of fun with me? I am so glad. I'm glad you're learning a lot. How are you guys feeling about building a landing page? Are you feeling a little bit more comfortable? If so, please say yes in the chat while I do the dance. Please say yes. You guys, I get a little crazy on Fridays, right? Shouldn't we all? So let's break some of this down together. Let's talk about that first video. It's automatically playing in the background. Sometimes people can think of this as kind of interruptive, but it actually really helps conversions. There's a lot of stats that support this. We got a little yes in the chat. Hello, yeah. So that's why I'm just playing that video. Where I got this video is Adobe stock. And what I didn't do the free version. I just actually downloaded the paid version, but I just did the preview of it. So you can download previews. It just has that little watermark inside. So you can search through Adobe stock videos. You can look up free videos as well to download. And then what I did is I just edited it so that I did a bunch of videos together to kind of create all those different types of people with their dogs. Okay, so feel free to play around with the video. You want to just have one video. You want to also do an edit of a couple videos. Feel free to play around with this. And what I would recommend is for you to figure out a landing page that you're passionate about. What is something you would want to play around with or design, or something that you would want to redesign? Okay, so you can have a couple options there. First I'm doing is putting a basic rectangle shape in, and then from there I'm going to drop in my video that I made into this rectangle. If you haven't seen, I think it was day number 2, so the first challenge, If you haven't seen that video, I highly recommend it so that I will give you all the tips on video, meaning you do have to have an MP4 and it does have to be under 25 megabytes. So there are some restrictions in the video you're allowed to upload into XD. Okay, so now that I have this video, I want to do some editing for it. I want to go into my layers panel and click into that specific layer where the rectangle is. Once that is selected, I can make adjustments to my video. Over on the right-hand side, is this gonna play when the user taps, or is it gonna play automatically? And like I mentioned, I want it to play automatically. I want the user to arrive and be like, oh, so nice to have a dog. And over here, I'm able to make some adjustments. I can trim the video, I can loop the playback, and that is something that I want to turn on. So just loops. Let's just see how that looks and play that guy. Oh, yes. Oh, look at that. Yes. Okay. So cute. But I want to be able to read the text on top, right? So that's why I'm going to add a rectangle on top. R for rectangle, placing another rectangle on top, putting in the black, and then I'm turning down the opacity. Turn down for what? And I'm getting it to a place where you can still see the video, but you're gonna still be able to see the text. It's very important to have high contrast in your text. No one wants a site that they can't read or is hard to read, right? We wanna make sure it's an easy, good experience. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay. So then from there, I'm gonna place my header on top. I already made it. You don't need to watch me recreate my header. But basically, it's just some text that has some of the areas that they can go into. They can still take there's another call to action here for them to take the match quiz. Instead of making it yellow, like this call to action that I'm adding, I made it white, or I made it clear with a white border instead, because I didn't want it to compete. You don't want to have too many calls to action in the screen where it's like, where are my eyes going, right? Like boom, boom, boom. So that's why I made it a little bit more subtle. Feel free to play around with it, but that's kind of the decision there. And then here I have my main text that really showcases what is happening in this website. What is the purpose of this product? So think about what is something that makes your product unique. Okay. From there, I have some, how does it work? This little section here with some icons, and I want to add the text. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the text from here. You probably have seen me create text before. T for text on the keyboard to add this, or you can also click on the toolbar on the left-hand side. The third one down is T for text. But what I want to do is I want to repeat this text over and over again. So I'm going to now use the feature repeat grid. If I want to repeat something over and over again, I can just like copy it and make another version of it like this. And then I can okay, is it perfectly aligned? But then what happens if I decide, oh, you know what? I wanted to change this appearance a bit. Now I have to do it for each individual one. But we have this repeat grid feature so that it helps us save time. I'm going to turn it on over here in the right-hand side in my property inspector. It says repeat grid. Turn that guy on. And I'm going to drag my little handle over to the right so that there's 3 of them. I can keep dragging it and it can go to infinity and beyond, but we don't need that, right? So you can do it horizontally as well as vertically. Then I can change the spacing by just hovering between those 2 groups and moving it so that it's perfectly aligned in the center there. You can also center align that. Okay, so happy. I got my things. And then from there, I can just change out the text if I want, change it to, happy home, whatever it is that I want to add into here. Okay, any questions that you guys have, please, please, please put it inside the chat. I'm here for you to answer away as we go through this. How are you feeling about thus so far? How are you feeling about repeat grid? And while you're gonna respond, I'm gonna do a little dance. How do you feel about repeat grid? How do you feel? How do you feel? It's Pajama Jammin' Friday. We're gonna be jamming today. All right, next section. You're gonna notice that I broke the white space, and which we also like to have a lot of white space in a landing page, or at least a lot of areas so you're not feeling like there's a lot of things happening while you're looking at the screen. You want to really focus the attention in each section. And in this section, I really want them to focus on this area. I made it just a little bit different, a little bit of this purple color in the background because this is a highlighted moment for them. I have another call to action here, and I'm giving them a preview of what the experience is going to be like. If you want to add that too, this is another little flavor you can add, which is showing the experience even more. So like showing them what that next step looks like, getting them excited. And so I've started to create that screen here. It's just a simple rectangle with 3 circles on the upper left-hand corner to mimic that web experience look. And then I just added an image with some text here and a heart icon. If you guys need help with icons, the 2 plugins that I used for this experience are Icons for Design, which I've been talking about the last few days, but there's another one I like called Icon Scout. And this one I can search like dog, and I can find some cute icons in here. And I can also search by free. So like I just want to look at the free icons. So this is another plugin that you might want to use in order to find the right icons for you. So now that I have this image and these text, I want to repeat this group again. So I'm going to repeat this using that repeat grid over on the right hand side, and I'm going to drag it now downwards. And look at all that space between. Awkward, right? So I'm going to hover between the 2, change the spacing there. That feels better. Maybe even more. Oh, Laura, who loves... Oh, Wade. Wade loves Brownie. Isn't he so cute? And just the name Brownie. I think that using food names for your animals is kind of like just always going to be cute. My dog's name is Cashew. So another plugin that I've chatted about is the free stock search. And if I search a dog, I can go ahead and select this rectangle shape, and I can replace it with some images over here. I'm just selecting those images and replacing. Oh, doesn't it just warm your heart? Aren't you like, oh my gosh, I want to sign up and like see what kind of dogs I would match with. And then from there, I'm going to copy and I am going to paste it in here. All right, so Adongo's asking how many pickles are using on the guides. So it just depends. It really is dependent on how you want to structure your page. What I typically do is I use the alignment tool. This is like if I zoom in, you're gonna see these 2 little triangles on the left-hand side, and I'm gonna bring in these to align right over here. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side so that I know that that's kind of where my structure is going to end. I'm not going to go beyond that with my content. So that keeps it structured. And then you can use, there is the option for Mac, and someone can put it in the chat. What is it for Windows users to see the pixels in between your different elements? You want to have it the same pixels between your text and the header to the top of or to the bottom of the previous section as below in here. You just kind of want to keep everything consistent with one another. So that's really the point of thinking about pixels, is just making it consistent. So is this white space here the same space between here and here, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for there too. All right. And Dan says that icon plugin is exactly what you were searching for yesterday. Okay, well, I'm glad you found it today. Okay, so I have my image there, but I think I don't want this border. I want it to have more of like I want it to like come out from the page. So I'm going to remove that border and I'm going to actually add a drop shadow blur. So Y is 2 and the blur is 60. So it kind of is like bouncing off out of the page. Oh, I got to close this guy up. This other little brownie's kind of dipping out. There we go. Oh, so happy. And then finally, I have my testimonials. And here I just have an image, a rectangle, and text. But I'm going to turn on repeat grid again, and I'm going to drag it over to the right. And I can use that same Adobe or the same free stock plugin in order to replace those images, and I can replace the text as well here, but this is another opportunity to use repeat grid. You're going to notice in UI we repeat something over and over and over and over again, okay? It's kind of very repetitive. So with that said, that's why we have this feature, so that if we decide, okay, you know, we want to make this smaller, it's gonna reflect across all those repeat elements, right? So that's why we wanna use it as much as we can. I can also use it here for the frequently asked questions. I turned it on and I can drag it so that it's horizontal as well as vertical. Boom, we got our landing page, yes. And Wade says, how many dogs can you order? Yeah, you can have, you know, a baker's dozen of dogs ordered to your house if you'd like. And Laura wants all of them, oh gosh. If you have the property for it, go for it, right? Okay, so again, what I recommend for you is to look at those 3 best practices that I'm going to upload into the Discord channel under tips and tricks. Think about those 3 things as you create your own landing page. Think about what type of goal you want that user or what action you want them to take, right? And think about that one primary goal and do something that excites you. Dogs excite me. Having a great matched dog excites me. That's kind of the key thing here. Just when you feel impassioned about what you're creating, you're gonna just do better work. You're gonna be happier while you do it. And that's all we wanna do, right? Let's just get a little happier in our lives. All right, Wade, I don't know what shipping is like for a dog, but I hope a dog isn't shipped. I'll bring him, I'll fly him over. Maybe that would be part of the FAQ. What was shipping like? Okay, so when you are ready to share this, you have some options. We can select the artboard, we can file, export, and select selected in order to export this as an image, as a PNG. Okay, you can also export this as a video. If I want to play it, this is for Mac users, I can record this experience as I go through. If you want to create some fun interactions, play the videos. I didn't do anything fancy like that because the landing page is a lot of work, creating a long page. But if you want to have fun with that, more power to you. Stop the video, and then from there you can label it and export that into the Discord channel or into Behance. Laura says there are special organizations who transport dogs. Okay. Yeah, it would probably be another couple $100 to do that, but we're not going to talk about expenses on my landing page right now. Okay. That's probably a big concern, but I'm not going to talk about it yet. This is kind of like doing user research already for this project, and I'm learning things that you would care about, and I would probably apply those to a next iteration of this design. If you guys want to start doing some user testing, more power to you. Speaking of, if you love user testing, I'm going to be doing user testing event next week, 2-hour free workshop. You can go to my site, elizeux.com, to check that out. Okay, now the other thing that we can do to export it is select my artboard, click the big share icon right above. Some would say that's big, maybe it is small. And from there, it's going to be creating a share link. From this share link, I can then either just use that link to put it into the Discord channel, or I can upload it into Behance straight away. The only challenging thing is when you do something that's quite long, that is below the fold, that has a lot of content, it looks a little funky. So I do recommend the first 2 options for uploading to Behance first. I'll show you kind of what it looks like here. By the way, my computer is a little slow today. Not sure why. Honestly, the whole day has been like kind of tech challenging. Do you guys ever have those days? Let's see how this looks. Oh, actually, you know, it doesn't look that bad. Okay, yeah, you can scroll through it. Oh, I like it actually. Okay, it looks great. Put it on Behance. I'm lying. So you can do that. And then in your settings over here on the right-hand side, you were just gonna use the project tag XD Creative Challenge so that I can find your work and other people can find your work and give you props in future sessions. All right, that was kind of a lot of things. I hope you're feeling more confident about building landing pages and understanding what they are, the purpose of them, and how you can start designing some really cool, high converting landing pages. I'm so glad that you spent some of your Friday with me. I hope you guys have such a great weekend, and I can't wait to see you on Monday. All the best. Bye.